Well, okay, so it's been about 25 days. It's exactly 25 days, but give or take, because I'm not feeling like doing the math right now. And today is Monday, and on Wednesday of last week, I poured an entire bucket of food waste that had been accumulating, as you've seen from the last videos, and I poured most of it in here on the soil, but it's so thick that, of course, the top has yet to turn into soil, even though it's been, let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so it's been 5 days. And usually it turns into soil in 3 to 6 days, or in 5 days now. It is beginning to turn into soil, as you can see. I'm sure the bottom is, but there's been a lot of rain, which is affecting the process. But it doesn't matter because, of course, there's never any smell, there's never any vermin, there's never any roaches, no flies. Nothing unpleasant. The chickens don't bother with it, and they wander around. They are not interested. Nothing's interested. And then here I poured some of the food waste in the container that had no soil, and of course it's drowned now by the rain. But as you can see, it's still taking its sweet time to turn into soil. It's just sitting there. But again, no smell, no vermin, nothing else. So certainly, I do recommend that you start with a bed of a couple inches of soil, or just put it on the soil. But this is an experiment controlling it with an isolated plastic container. But today we have a lot of food waste to grind, so let's get at it and have it go in the bucket down there. Make sure that we get our avocado. You do see roaches in here because, and you do see flies and stuff because it's not ground or the socks. Also putting cardboard down in here. But yeah, too bad, all of this stuff. I don't want to overwhelm this. I'll get my avocado picked out. And that's not there. Cardboard down there. Down here because it's overwhelming the bucket, and we don't care because it's not going to create any mess. No smells, nothing, so let it overflow. Who cares? Just fine. That's the wonderful thing about grinding food waste. You don't have to worry about it. You can let it spill on the ground and it will turn into soil right there and there. So we've been doing this now for couple years, but this experiment we've been doing for almost a month now, and it's working really well. Too bad. Pineapple. That seems like there it is. The water began to drain out, which is good. A nice cake. Food waste there. You know what? These things are becoming a pain to grind, so I'm just going to toss them over the fence. And that little boy. That little boy's growing up knowing that all food waste is feed for the garden. So he's living the dream of a zero food waste society. And there you have it. So let's unplug this. There we go. Unplug it, and yeah, so that bucket is now filled with food waste that all sort of overspilled. Once again, we just leave it there, and when it completely fills up, then I'll take that bucket and I'll pour it into our test beds. But this is also a test if you had accumulated the food waste stacked on top of itself for several days, would it smell? And the answer is no, it doesn't. And we'll just keep doing it and keep proving it over and over again. And then eventually we'll get back to feeding all that stuff to the biodigester so we can get the gas so we can cook, because we're sacrificing getting gas out of it by doing the experiment of turning it into soil. And when it's in the biodigester, you get liquid soil, which you can use to turn sand into soil, and you get the gas, whereas now we're just getting soil. But we have to prove to people who are skeptical that you can just grind food waste and just let it sit there and it will not cause any problems. So we're proving that. And that's all she wrote. Okay, bye-bye. See you next time we grind, probably in the next couple of days.